fantasy football update as long as Sheck is here. Who won the league? Have we announced yet?
It was the handsome duo. It was Ham and Trevor Duvall. You remember the producer from the Kimmel show? Two handsome devils, as if they needed more feathers in their lifetime on their life resume. Looking like that, they needed something else. So
John Hamm and company won.
That's right. And Simmons didn't win, which is like, I'm kicking out, what's his name? That guy who kicked me out with my favorite player, Freddie Lynn. But the problem is Simmons isn't good at fantasy football. So it's not much of a threat. Like, I'm kicking you out when I win. All right.
So who do you think Ham's going to toss?
I hope not me. I don't care about anybody else.
Are there leaders in the clubhouse? The winner gets to decide who has to sit on the sidelines for a year.
Who's on the
Here's the
chopping
problem.
block?
Tall John, and he's he's a card himself, and he's already he's already thinking about it. Now you may recall Mark Garagos took time out of his busy schedule once to draft a legal document asserting that if you sign, that if Damashek doesn't kick you out, this is 4 years ago now, for the next 5 years, you cannot kick him out. So,
After you win.
Now, if John Hamm and Trevor Duvall want to, they want to use their resources and powers to challenge that in a court of law, so be it. So Mark Garagos is my attorney. I refer you to. I may bring him to the draft.
Did they sign the document?
Oh, they signed it. Yeah.
So it's going to be like a prenup. Like there's a document, now they're going to fight it.
Now you remember Sal. He of course before he moved out here. He's a lawyer himself. He says, I could challenge that in court and defeat it. And I said, have at it. You want that? You want the draft night to descend into legal drama? Bring it. But I don't think it'll go that way. But Tall John, he likes trouble too. He loves Tall John's a mixer. He's a lovely man, except he loves mixing. And so he's going to get in Ham's ear and push him to do whatever is funniest, not what makes sense. There are people, as we talked about, it was Hench's turn to get the boot in Damashek's eye. There were only two teams that hadn't been kicked out yet. Of course, you win the league 1 year, then you show up at the draft the next year, and you kick out whoever you want, a Survivor style. Day. And God's blessed me with great gifts, and I won 3 of the last 4. This year, Tom Brady doesn't win it every year.
That's right.
Wins a lot, most. Same thing here. So anyhow, I think that.
So you had a 5-year on that legal document.
That's right. I could have made it a lifetime one, but I didn't because I'm a generous soul. But either way.
So you feel like you're covered because we're 4 years into a 5-year contract?
For me, it's bloodless. It's not driven by passion or any other emotion. I just want to get it done with because I'm a man of peace. I'm a friend of all. And so anyway, Hench's number came up, and that was that. I think this one is not going to be that way. I think they're going to go out for blood, and we'll see. Whatever Tall John and Ham and Duvall cook up, someone's going to be in the crosshairs, and I'm sure it'll be funny.
And there's no fiduciary issues with another guy who's a potential person to be kicked out of the group getting into the ear.
Oh,
shouldn't there be like a restraining order?
That's
like
the
no communication.
I mean, I think it's not written in the rules, Adam, as they say often in movies. There's nowhere in the rule book where it says you can't do that. So there is some wiggle room available here. Now, I would say if I'm going to put some odds on it, Elliot Blunt, the bald-headed attorney friend of Jimmy Kimmel, who has been in this league forever, but it predates me in the league. It may be the high watermark of the kick-out rule the last decade, 11 years we've been doing this now. He once showed up to the draft. John Hamm was directing an episode of Mad Men. He is the sexiest man on the planet, whether or not people declared him as such at that moment, but every woman was swooning over John Hamm, Don Draper, all that. He's directing an episode that he's also the star. We can't start the draft till Hamm shows up. Finally, he does, a little late. He comes in the door, and then Elliot Blunt announces, John Hamm, you're kicked out of the league. And
this is like Rhea Perlman
the best.
Throwing Claudia Schiffer out of her party. That's essentially it's exactly what that
So I don't know. Is revenge on the mind of Draper, or like his character in the elevator? I don't think about you at all. That's a high hat move. You could send Blutz way too. I'm not concerned about you. I don't care. I'm going after bigger fish in the sea.
Okay. All right.
I can't wait.
Thanks
That
for the update.
means you. I hope that's not me. I don't care. Kick me out. I hate it anyway.
Well, you got to film it.
Well, we will.
August has to film it.
Yeah.
And then there has to be pomp and circumstance. I mean, it's like the Super Bowl show, season, first couple, they had the Up With People singers, like just standing out on the 50-yard line. Now it's pyrotechnics and Jay-Z. Like, we need big and better.
You're right. There were two, as you may recall, last time around, I had Ham flip a coin, Hench or another team, to get kicked out. I wonder if Ham goes back to the coin himself. It worked so nicely, which reminds me of another little gambling hash that needed to be settled way back in 2006. Adam, we would pick football games, you and me, and we would spin the wheel to see what the payout was after the game had been decided. I just want to float it. If the Niners and the Rams, Bald Brian and Adam Carolla's teams, should square off with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line, let's get that wheel back out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get that wheel back out.
Well, the wheel.
I'll come and spin it.
The wheel, and I got a lot of questions, like, where'd you find a coin with Hench's head on it? But, all right, we can talk about that after the show. But the wheel, the best way to gamble, and I think Brian probably remembers the wheel, I think.
Wheel of Destiny?
No,
well, the wheel, the gambling. So here's how
do you remember we'd spin that
Here's
thing?
how everyone needs to gamble. All right. You can. It's not as fun. You're a Steelers fan. I'm a Rams fan. The Steelers are playing the Rams. It's a pick'em game. And then you go, I'll take the Rams. And you go, $100. And then someone, oh, yeah, let's make it $150. That's all fair and good. Then the game ends and someone owes someone $150. The better way to do it is you pick the Steelers, I'll pick the Rams. We won't pick the dollar amount. But there will be a wheel, and one slot will be $10,000. Holy shit! And the other, but there may be a $10 slot or a $25 slot, but there may be a $5,000 slot, and we'll just spin that wheel. That's real gambling.
I'm out.
That's the way to do it, right?
Hey, Chris,
do it. You act like like that's a hype, but we did it.
I
know.
It
was the greatest.
It was great.
And where were you, Bald? Where were you for all this wheel spinning? It was the greatest. It was so tense.
I might have been
like,
you know what?
Oh my God, I got to wait. How many did I get? The only way you were clear was to sweep the week, which you or me did once or twice over that football season 2006. But for the most part, you could win only once, but if you hit 10,000 and be like, I got them all wrong, but you're into me for $7K.
We'll have to ask Gio on that. Yes, you could have been gestating a tumor at that point in your brain.
Happened, yeah. Lost in Teresa Strasser's eyes.
Yes.
All those things.
I was once, by the way, I did feel bad watching Wild Card Weekend because I was flipping the channel all over the place. All those games, Super Wild Card Weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I kept looking for it, and a phrase kept popping into my head, quoting somebody else. Where are my Chargers at? Oh, there you go.
Dawson. All right, jump,
they didn't make
jump
they
to your
weren't playing
second
in the
story, Max, because we don't have much time.
All
now.
right. Okay, so there's a thing that happened on TikTok recently. Pennsylvania woman named Micah Renee. So she met this guy in Miami Beach, and she did the missed connections thing. She got a picture, like someone had a video of her with this guy, and they hit it off, and she's like, he was really, quote, lit, and when he gave his number, so I got the wrong number. But please help me find this guy. Did you put it out on TikTok? Got shared over 5 million times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She said, I heard he's from Detroit. Please help me find him. And everybody just went out and let's find this guy and let's get this connection back together.
Missed Connections was one of the best part of the newspaper back in the day. Me, standing by the produce at Gelson's. You returning your cards.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I can't believe anyone would actually do that. Like, and it would work. Like, especially with newspapers. Then moved to like Craigslist,
right.
And now we've gone to social media. Well, she got a DM from his wife, the guy's wife.
No!
Yeah.
This is not a sleepless in Seattle type situation.
No, this is more akin to like calling out of work and then getting on the jumbotron at the game the same day.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
Which
Just,
my take on that is if you're going to get married on the jumbotron, if you get divorced, you must come back. Papers must be served, and it
Yeah.
must go up on the jumbotron.
Did you see there was a hockey game in Vegas? The Penguins were playing it, so of course I was watching it. And the Penguins scored a goal, and the guy goes to he just blatantly reaches over and kisses his lady love's ample bosom. Did you see that?
Really? No.
I mean, it was crazy. It was really great. Just like right there on camera, leans
You think
over.
his wife was watching? So what'd the wife say?
So they DM'd, and the girl who initially posted it, Micah, she's just like, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. He obviously didn't mention it. And she just goes, it's not your fault. She says, he didn't care, so please believe I'm not about to. But thank you for posting this. Everything done in the dark will always come to the light. And then she asks this girl, she asks her, do not delete the video, by the way. I want that up, and I want it to stay up for as long as we can. She wanted that shame to continue. Yeah, so these are the two. So Micah Renee, the one on the left, she's a blogger and a travel blogger.
So the gal, a buxom woman of color with what seems like a lot of extra hair, with a guy with no hair, slim, nice build, and this is them having fun in
connecting.
Miami.
Yeah, so
Oh.
he's a fitness trainer. His name's AJ. So
Now, do we think he had sex with her?
well, here's the thing. They only met right here, according to both of
just
them.
in the water.
Yeah, but they were very flirtatious. Like it looked like, and
If you're a fitness trainer, you can always cover the potential client excuse with the old lady. Met a gal, she's kind of spilling out of her bathing suit. Mentioned to her I was a
offered
trainer,
help.
I could help
yeah,
her.
I'm just looking. Yeah,
I could help her with that meaty part of her quad there.
she's an influencer. She could help our business. Like,
It's plausible deniability. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. So AJ, he then jumps on
It's
TikTok.
like if you're
himself.
a roofer, you can't pull that off on the beach in Miami. Hey,
yeah.
she looked like she had a bad roof. So I talked
terrible
to her.
weather. Rains a lot.
She asked me about installing a Packet Pal. The Adam Carolla's Packet Pal. That's all we were talking about.
That's
the
right.
construction
So
guy. Look at that. All right, now the pictures continue.
yeah,
Who's
yes.
the shooter here?
I think it's one of her friends. But anyway, so AJ then goes and he's saying like, look, nothing happened. My wife needs to seek professional counseling, and it's just now putting her on blast on TikTok. They're just now communicating via TikTok, and yeah. So and then and appalled Micah, the original poster. She says, "I hope that married men stop approaching single women in general." And single women, please be mindful of your interactions on the internet. I never expected my fun, lighthearted video would go viral.
Bring it.
Did he approach her? I mean, maybe that's not
Yeah.
his story. Maybe she's going to say that she approached. She's the one who tried to track the guy down.
Yeah, she felt a real connection and wanted to find him. Yeah, because she said he was lit when he gave me his number. So,
What did you make of? Did you hear the story of the guy who gave his kidney to his mother-in-law, and then a month later the wife broke up with him?
Really?
That's a new
Well,
story
still a
out. I
hero.
saw it
Wow.
this morning.
Yeah. Well, lesson learned. Never give a kidney.
well,
You know what? You get that kidney back. is what
Damn
you-
right, it's a conditional gift.
That's right.
well, speaking of
Can you
TikTok
do that?
relationships,
Could you legally say, I've had second thoughts. I mean, I'm now divorced and everything. I think it makes sense, Judge. I want the kidney back.
sure, Garrigus could draft some sort of
He
prenup.
definitely could. I mean,
mine.
Sal
I mean,
would
it's
shit
from
all
mine.
over it, but I bet Jargos would write you something.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could really challenge that. Be like, it's my property. Look, check the DNA. It's mine. What's a
My
better?
urine still courses through it.
You can reverse a vasectomy. Why can't you do a kidney donor?
That's exactly right.
operation? That's right.
My body, my choice. I want that. I want that kidney back. Give it.
All right, so another person who was done dirty on TikTok, Jade Butters. She's 23 years old.
Wait a minute. I'm now picturing the mother-in-law and then the wife who divorced the kidney giver. Because normally, traditionally, the daughter goes back to mama, And then she cries to her about what an ogre this guy is, you know. And it's got to be like, he drank too much, he gambled, he didn't pay attention to the kids. Yeah, but he was pretty generous with the kidneys. Yeah, no, I know. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying he fell behind on the car payment. Well, that's not much compared to an organ. You know, I mean, listen, I still love you, sweetie. I'm just.
I don't want to validate all your concerns, but he did save me from a lifetime of dialysis.
Right.
I'd like to think that Mo Damashek would be loyal enough that she would willfully have the kidney removed as a show of support.
And then
Take your kidney.
the ex-wife's got to be doing stuff like, I came home one night, he was asleep, the garage door was still open. Okay, I get it. But if you had a choice between being on dialysis or coming home to an open garage door,
Mom, how can you be on his side?
I'm just saying.
Again, I'm not invalidating your experience.
Look, maybe it's just wait till I take the staples out. Maybe I need to mend a little more
I
here.
told him to get his shoes on at least 2 times last week, and he didn't do it, and we were late for the movies.
Right, but now everything's streaming these days. It's probably easier just to stay home. But you pay for parking, that's $1,200. Popcorn, that's another $2,600. You just stay home and watch the movie.
Well, speaking of food,
and I got the kidney.
I wanted to jazz up my piece of chicken the other day. I went into the drawer to find the hot mustard. He'd thrown it away. He threw it away.
Oh,
The packet.
didn't use the-
Perfectly good packet.
Then use the packet pal, the Corollas. Get the prototype. All right, sorry, what do we got?
Okay, so this girl, she caught her boyfriend messaging other guys, so she broke up with him, and I mean, this is the new keying
She
the car.
caught her boyfriend
messaging other girls.
Girls. Oh, you said guys, so I got
sorry,
a little
excuse me,
confused.
Girls broke up with him and decided to get some revenge. Instead of keying the car, this is what people are starting to do now. She buys a ton of glitter and just throws it all over his stuff, into his bed, his socks. Toothpaste, pocket shoes, drawers, washing machine. Everywhere. Because this will last years.
Yeah.
You know what? It's one of those things you're going to find pieces of glitter for years.
Just
like
another.
bring a
or-
tear to your eye.
You do what happened to my cousin, which is you don't clean it up. You just live with it. You just sleep on it and sit on it and put it in your shoes, and then eventually you go gay.
Oh, because the glitter.
That's what happened to my cousin Greg.
Oh, no shit?
He was
It
fucking
turned him?
straight as an arrow. I've known that kid since he was born.
Holy
He
shit.
was 44 when this happened.
I had no idea this is medically
He
possible.
never even brought up dudes.
That's what
And he turned
happened.
gay.
Yeah.
Well, because he
Osmosis.
wouldn't clean
It's in
it
his
up with
shoes.
all the glitter all the time. And then I remember it was like a Thanksgiving, like 3 weeks after the glitter, and he was just asking a lot of questions. Like, I had been working out. He said I look good, you know. And it
You're
was like,
positively glowing.
we
Yeah, that's my
normally
new-
just talk football. And I talked to his
He had no
dad.
interest. Well,
Talked to his dad 2 years later. He was gay. It was a full-blown relationship.
let there be a lesson to everyone listening.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't up to him.
Clean
at
up
that
your
point.
glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get a God. What's it called? Remediation is what it's called. Remediation. You got to clean up that mess.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll go gay. Well, I mean, it's not just the physical appearance. You'll inhale it. It'll
Oh,
get in your
yeah.
bloodstream.
Gets in your
You'll be gay.
kidneys.
So this
Gateway.
revenge is just
Not
yeah,
gateway. I don't know.
I got to tell you, I told you when my buddy Jeff Katz and company took my industrial patent fan that I used to have in my bedroom, because God forbid the Corollas have air conditioning, into the 80s and all. And I had that fan going during the summer, and they cranked that thing up and took a full sack of gold medal flour and just threw it at that fan.
Cool.
And it's explosion. It was a whiteout in my miniature bedroom in North Hollywood. There's no cleaning that up. It settles forever. It's always somewhere. Any vertical or any horizontal surface is going to have any molding or you wipe your finger on it, you will get flour. I do not care. You send the Service Pro team in there, I do not care. It's as if it always happened.
Yeah.
That would be it with the gold medal. You throw a sack of flour and a fan on high, the room is destroyed. That's it. Then I started getting the weevils. I started getting the little flour mites started showing
those
up
are the
too.
worst.
It's uncleanable. You have to move.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
it.
that's
Did you move?
Add it to the wheel.
I moved to the garage. Yes.
Dump a flour thing into a fan in the loser's home. Add it to the wheel for the NFC title game.
Look, throw the glitter into the fan. I mean, you know, Johnny Appleseed it, sprinkling on the shoe and a little bit in the sink and some on the futon. That's fine, but throw it into that fan.
You guys are both in relationships. It would be a shame that one of you has to go gay. I mean, if you do that,
Is that on the wheel too?
Yeah, put it on the wheel.
Well, the glitter is going to lead to it.
Oh,
I think. Were you listening or
Well,
not?
like I said, only if you don't clean it sufficiently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is very hard to do. Let's do one more here. So, a new video, or not a new video, but a video newly just got over 10 billion views on YouTube. The most watched video on YouTube.
If it was one of those K-pop bands, I'm going to kill myself.
Is it Baby Shark?
You're both right.
No.
So Baby Shark, the first video to get over 10 billion views on YouTube. It started as like a campfire song, and then eventually Pinkfong, a South Korean education company, recorded it and released this video, and parents all over the world will play it for their kids. I mean,
Dave, were you tormented by this song?
Yeah,
I'm not aware of it.
Okay, I think it was a couple of years after your kids might have been little.
You don't know
because
the Baby Shark song?
Tess is in a Baby Shark.
This is a cover of Baby Shark.
Yeah,
okay,
well,
I
this
thought
is
it was
kind of
an
it
offshoot
became the
of it, yeah.
official version.
Now it's like
okay.
a pop, like big hit version.
All right, can I say this with the K-poppers and the billion views or 10
billion.
All right. Look, Chris, you're not going to like this, but
Oh boy.
there's so, you know, China, what they got, 1.3 billion people,
Sure,
something like
something
that
like
in there. We got to start counting them as half a view. It can't be a full view.
Oh my!
There's too many. It's unfair to the round eye in the viewing. You know, the Canadians, there's like 27 million Canadians. They're going to count the same views? You're taking away, forget about America. I'll go with the Canadians or any of the Nordic countries. These are small countries. Their views are just, they're being crushed by the K-pop eyeballs.
If only Marty Feldman was around to give double views every
Double
time we looked at a YouTube video.
That's right.
Timely reference. But
You're getting smashed around, you know, some Canadian folk singer, you know, Gordon Lightfoot Jr. or something. He's got a handful of views. May have a great product, which is not enough. There's too many.
10 billion of anything.
that's North Korean farming, right? Like view farming.
I don't know. I mean, everybody knows this song. Everybody like all my friends who are newly parents. I mean, it's part of their screen time. Like,
Really?
Oh my god!
It's everywhere.
Asian friends?
Some, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right.
He said friends.
Well, if their parents were born here, I'll
Yeah.
grandfather them in. But China, man, we gotta
He
get
said
down to
China
half.
man.
Yeah.
China man, China bro, we got to get down to half views. They're upsetting
if
the
that's
apple
gonna
cart.
fly.
All the records are gone. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's a
It's
steroid
like
era.
adding a game to the season. All the records are getting obliterated.
Yeah, and what
For the
about
NFL season.
McGuire juicing in Conseco? It's asterisk.
All the same.
If it's going to be a Korean K-pop band, it's got to have an asterisk.
I mean,
That's it. It's done. We're not going to talk about it anymore. It's decreed, and it shall be done, and so it shall be.
Well, I guess there's no arguing
All right.
that.
Hey, listen, you're lucky I'm still giving you a full view.
Oh, I get a full view still.
Well, your parents were born here, right?
No.
Oh,
I was born
man.
here.
I got to really do some. I got to get with Hammy and see. Really, we got to make some decisions.
I watch a lot of YouTube. I need that
That's
full
right.
view.
That's what I'm worried about.
No, you get the full view. It's not counted. It's the full view. That's all I'm saying.
I need it to count. I want it to count. I want to
You
matter.
should have thought about that before he became Asian.
Case by case.
Well, maybe I'll just
Just bring it home.
put glitter in my shoes.
Let me talk to Ham and we got a lot of decisions to make.
All right.
here.
Well, thanks for listening to Trending Topics. Check out the Water Cooler podcast.
Bring it.
His real name's
All right, Dave Damashek. Listen to the podcast. -3 extra points with Cousin Sal.
What a time. Oh, I know you're checking out. I wanted to say, though, as an old-time football fan, only you, very few people remember. Remember the 9-0, the worst playoff game of all time? Fat Frank Corral kicks 3 field
Rams.
goals in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, shoeless.
9-0. That was the. Imagine if that happened this weekend. Brady and Stafford. 9-0. On to the Super Bowl.
Everyone gets a container and they get their first off. I would be 131 pounds if I just had those 2 sticks to get my dinner out of that box. I would never finish it. My arm would get tired. I'd start to cramp up. The lactic acid would build up in the forearm, and I'd have to just take a nap at a certain point.